It's week 3 of the National Football League.
Where we'll see which conference reigns supreme today.
It's the Chiefs and the Falcons on Sunday night primetime.
Mere feet from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career. And
Not a kicker or a punter here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And the nightcap to a busy Sunday has begun. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. So out head the Falcons for their first possession. And leading them out in his 13th season out of Michigan State is Kirk Cousins.
just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
He's got a gain of 6 there. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 4. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Out of the gun, Cousins. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on first down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, fresh off a 3rd Super Bowl title. The standard for quarterback excellence today, Patrick Mahomes.
Some tough luck last week for this quarterback, Kate. 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception, and you just know the way it works. These coaches love to tell us they always think about the losses. They sting way more than the wins. It's the same thing with the quarterback. He's not thinking about the touchdowns. He's thinking about correcting that interception and knowing right here he's got to play some clean ball.
Second down now, 7 to go. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And this one does not go far. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. The Chiefs looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes Matt Araiza to handle it. Jukes one defender. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. and the Falcons will take over. Onto the field comes the Atlanta offense for the second time. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did. I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did. You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. So no return on that punt. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. Now for the second time, we get a look at this Kansas City offense. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
From the 32. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs. Mahomes
on 1st and 10. And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so second down coming up. Back to the air, Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
He'll get this one to Brown. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Second down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 48-yard line.
A counter give here to Pacheco. Big gain, has them across the 40. And he's all the way down to the 32-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, you get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They send the tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3. Completes this one to Gray. And he'll go down here at the 16. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
A gain of 9 yards and the first down, Chiefs.
From the red zone now. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Here we go, second and very long. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Throwing again, Mahomes. Intercepted in the end zone. Jesse Bates in to pick it off.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Now here come the Falcons on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. That throw intended for Drake London, and that makes it 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
Cousins out of the pistol here. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And now they're staring at a 4th down. They'll punt it away again. Bradley Pinion headed back out. McCole Hardman on the Chiefs' return. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. And this punt is out of bounds with no chance at a return. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll motion Brown right. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know, for pitchers, you'll hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 4th and long. Matt Ariza on to punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Juke the defender. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And they're going to take over possession. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
That's incomplete left side. Whew, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Back to throw, Cousins. Finds his target, Robinson. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And they'll get ready to go on offense. 1st and 10 now from the 30. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
First down throw, Mahomes. Throwing the out route complete. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
First down, Kansas City.
They put a receiver in motion right. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. He's across the 20, still going. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Cut near the goal line. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
All right, still scoreless through one quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Chiefs. Pacheco finds the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs get the game's first points here in the second. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Butker with the extra point. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Reed now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up.
It's now 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials.
Encroachment defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still first down.
Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. They'll run here following the penalty. Room to the right. With some fancy footwork there for the touchdown. The Falcons can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop, because a broken tackle, well, it can mean a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons tie this game 7-7. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. McCole Hardman now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainers heading out to take a look. New set of downs for him at the 38. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. To the air, Mahomes. Fits it through the middle. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Chiefs.
Tight end in motion right. First and 10, it's Mahomes. Hauled in by Gray. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. Working inside the red zone. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
Again, Mahomes to throw. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. That's one he knows he should have had. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Another throw for Mahomes. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take a second quarter lead. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7.
Falcons 7.
Reed now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Ray McLeod. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down.
At the 31-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Got a man, it's London. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Cousins. He'll get this complete to Mooney. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Offside. Defense.
Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still first down.
A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on 1st down. Running it after the penalty. And they had that one contained right at the line. Justin Reed with the tackle. Nothing on 1st and 5. That brings up 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down at the 47.
Another carry for Robinson. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Staying with Robinson. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing his Cousins. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Able to hit Robinson, complete. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter, but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spot. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
3rd and long for Mahomes. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
From their own end zone, and he gets it away. Fair catch called for and taken just beyond midfield. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Slot man motioned over. 1st and 10, around to Robinson. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding. Offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Now it's Cousins. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice. Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up 4th and long. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. And following that return, we've got an injured player down there. He'll receive some assistance as we step aside. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A give to Pacheco to start the drive. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 27. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Oh, saw some movement there. That's going to cost them 5.
False start. Offense.
A costly false start penalty as 3rd down becomes much more difficult to convert as they back it up 5. 3rd down, it's Mahomes. Finds his man Gray. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it's going to be 2nd down. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing again, Mahomes. He'll get this one to Brown. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st. It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. And it's the Chiefs with a 3rd and 3. Back to the air, Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
On target to his man, Tony.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First down, ball at the 36. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Completes this one to Gray. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
And the first down, Chiefs.
Throwing it just before halftime. Has his man, it's Pacheco. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. The Chiefs will use their third and final timeout.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and the old quarterback momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Aaron Rodgers, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Kyle Phillips, a touchdown catch in the victory. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, our first doubleheader of the year, Jaguars, Bills at 7:30, followed by Commanders and Bengals kicking off 45 minutes later. We got a strong first half out of the running back, Isaiah Pacheco. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Hardman with a return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Chiefs ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. This one is taken in by Tony. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. D. Alford getting there for the stop. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. Jukes out a one stop. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Braylon Trice there to meet him. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They run with Pacheco. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
First down, and they go right back to him. He's off again. And he's finally brought down at the 33. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
First down throw, Mahomes. And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so second down coming up. They motion the tight end over. Got his target, it's Tony. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Running left with Pacheco. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They bring a tight end in motion right. Here's Mahomes now. This throw is caught. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Falcons go in nickel to defend this 3rd down play. To the air, Mahomes. Has it down close. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Throwing is Mahomes. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14.
Falcons 7.
Reed now to kick this one away. McLeod now returning it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Falcons ready for their next possession. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a one-score game. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Encroachment, defense.
So keep that 2nd and short play in your back pocket. The penalty goes ahead and gives them the 1st.
Automatic 1st down.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They'll run the draw with Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a 1st down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
This one falls incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing on 3rd, Cousins. That's brought in by Mooney. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw Mahomes. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw Mahomes. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Tight end motioning right. 3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. On the move, headed right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it'll be their football. Robinson on the inside give. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
And 10 at the 46-yard line.
Going right side, Robinson with it. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
49-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, Cousins. That's caught for the first. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
On 1st and 10, it's Cousins. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that will set up 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go. 1st down from the red zone. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that makes it 2nd and goal. Now Cousins again. Has it in close. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. He brings it in. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll get him back to 11.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 3rd and just 2 to go. They'll send their tight end right. 3rd and 2, Mahomes to throw. That's completed right side. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They fake the handoff, now Mahomes. He intercepts it, that is exactly what they needed. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Falcons have some new life in the 4th.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Man in motion, out of the slot. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Cousins. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. No return on that punt. And the offense ready to head back out onto the field. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Hauled in by Gray. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the 35-yard line.
They go play action. It's Mahomes. Complete out to the right. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Falcons will take over. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll run with Robinson. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Cousins. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Yeah, and this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. On target to his man, Tony. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
From the 36. Has him on the quick hitter. On the move, past the 40. Keeps himself upright. Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs have likely locked up the win right there. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity, certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs push their lead to 18. Reed now to kick this one away. McLeod now returning it. Man, he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Misfire there, couldn't connect. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Here's Cousins now. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Watson. And the Chiefs will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
That's just excellent dime coverage. Excellent dime defense right there. Quarterback, he's going to see a defender in coverage no matter where he looks. The end goal is making him force a throw when he shouldn't, and then capitalizing on the mistake with a turnover.
The Chiefs offense out to take over. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Blitz coming, Mahomes. He'll get this one to Brown. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He has the first over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Finds his man, Gray. And he'll go down here at the 16. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the 16-yard line.
Now a handoff for Pacheco. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll motion a tight end left. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got it. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
They'll try to run with Pacheco. Launches, and he's got it. Touchdown! The Chiefs keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs continue piling on to this lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. Now outruns their offense to take over. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. 1st and 10, here's Cousins. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. That one intended for Drake London. So it's 2nd down coming up.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Out of the gun, Cousins. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Third down give to Robinson. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. 4 yards narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on 4th down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
The quarterback's so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential first down.
They're set up at the 35 now. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he has enough room to gain about 4. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Connects with Wiley. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And that's a Kansas City touchdown. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs grow their lead yet again.
42, Falcons 10.
Reed now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. This offense ready to get going again now. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Short pass brought in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
He's got London left side. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. 2nd and 10 now. He'll get this complete to Mooney. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Cousins again. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
And 10 yards to go.
Looking to throw, Cousins. It's into the hands of Mooney. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Well, looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
So they'll only need 5 now after that neutral zone infraction penalty. Back to throw, Cousins. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. He'll throw it yet again. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. We're paused here to deal with an injured player, and this is a significant one. Oh, that's Bijan Robinson getting looked at after the play. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. From the 24. That one's complete to London. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the red zone now. Pitts brings it in. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. They are throwing it again. Touchdown, Atlanta! Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons will trail by 25. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a 1st down.
Running left out of the 2nd down option. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. 3rd and short, here's Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
A 1st down carry for Pacheco. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. Well, partner, we spoke earlier about how much of a factor this home crowd was going to be. But even with the added boost from the friendly confines, couldn't will them to the victory.
Yeah, sometimes it just isn't your game. You're never going to win them all, even at home. But what's important now is learning from this defeat, hitting the film room, hitting the weights, making sure this doesn't happen again. Don't let this loss beat you twice.
This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say goodbye from Atlanta.